Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com. Jake Tapper aired Joe Biden's embarrassing clips, and his facial expressions and commentary priceless. Here, let's watch this. Here we go.
In reality, 72% of voters say that they believe President Biden is too old. That's according to CNN's most recent polling. Voters have been saying this for quite a long time. The reality is that the Democratic elites are mostly late to acknowledge these age and ability.
You don't put it on them.
As are you, Jake.
You know, it's on you. The elites paid for him.
That's right.
With their money, they don't waste their money.
You're the one who's supposed to report it, Jake.
I'm going to make Biden face the whole time I watch this. I'm going to go,
compared to the rest of the public. The elites have been forced to reckon with it after the debate just 11 days ago.
Look at my career. I've not had many of those nights. It was a terrible night, and I really regret it happened. But the fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be on faith that can intervene on your way to go to, work tomorrow?
What?
Age wasn't,
what?
The idea I'm too old.
The fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be out on your way to go, work tomorrow? Age wasn't, the idea that I'm.
No.
Oh, wow. So hold on. Jake Tapper just discovered reading transcripts of Biden's gibberish.
Yes.
That we've done for 3 years straight.
Yes.
And then when it wasn't gibberish, it was totally stolen.
So now Jake Tapper, just like Jon Stewart, just like Joe Scarborough, just like Anderson Cooper,
here's a big one.
They all got permission to tell the truth about Joe Biden's dementia. They all of a sudden got permission. The only people telling
their conscience got the better of them?
The only people that were telling you the truth about it was right at this show. We've been saying that Joe Biden is a walking demented death rattle since 2019. And and that's not to make fun of his illness. That's to make fun of how hard that the establishment and the media like Jake Tapper has been lying to. Just 5 seconds ago, he's been saying these were cheap fakes.
I was making fun of his illness. Fuck him.
Whoa.
So all of a sudden, that's how you know what a good. Here we go. So now,
the fact of the matter is, how can you assure you're going to be out on your way to go, work tomorrow? Age wasn't, the idea that I'm too old. Keep in mind, that soundbite is supposed to be reassuring to those Democratic supporters who have gone along with it.
Did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
He doesn't think he did? He called into a couple of black radio stations where he said, among other things, this.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president.
I'm proud too.
I'm proud to have all the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
What?
He's proud to be the first black woman. Not coherent. And even then, we later found out
they gave them. We already covered it because but we covered it. Joe Biden was he gave that interviewer the question and he still couldn't answer it.
Yeah, well, here's what I want to answer. I want to say the word black about 50 times, and then say we could do anything. Look.
Look.
What question would that possibly have been that would be the answer?
Later, from the radio host that the Biden campaign had given her a list of questions to ask President Biden. That is a huge no-no in journalism, and the host was fired for it. But it remains quite telling that in the Biden campaign's efforts to show that the president has not missed a step, his campaign felt the need to feed questions to the hosts for a call-in radio interview. And the president still, even then, failed to deliver in many of his answers. Now, many elected Democrats are expressing concern about this answer, too, although it was quite coherent. George Stephanopoulos asking him how he would feel if he ultimately loses to Donald Trump, which polls have suggested he will.
I feel as long as I gave it my all and I did the goodest job as I know I can do.
Goodest job.
That's what this is about.
As long as he gave it his all and did the goodest job he could do.
No.
That's what it's all about.
He was quoting
Is it?
Biden. I'm debunking this. as long as I did my, I forget the first part, and the good job as I know I can do. It's really specific wording. I want to make T-shirts of it, and then like, you know, like the eye.
He's the goodest president.
Yeah, where his eyes live. I'm gonna just make his ears the glowing coming out.
So they're all, but I don't even know what the headline of this video should be. They're all just now. So they all just got permission, and they're all acting like they're truth tellers.
That chick from the black radio station, I saw them talking to her, and they go, so he gave you questions to approve? She goes, yeah, but I approve 4 of them.
I approve. They gave me 8.
So,
I only did 4.
Yeah, so she doesn't know. I mean, she got fired. All these assholes get pre-approved questions.
Yes.
You think they have spontaneous, until George Stephanopoulos wants him out.
Yeah.
Probably they didn't film the questions. What's her name? Bill Maher, we already played that clip of... I'm forgetting her name. I just met her too on Gutfeld. But she's telling she's on a show with Bill Maher, and Biden was going on about how he played football. I'm forgetting her first name.
I forget.
It's like Fox or
Yes,
something.
he didn't.
Yeah, and so she said there were pre-approved. Bill Maher's reading pre-approved questions. Everyone's doing that. Who the hell isn't getting pre-approved questions? You're going to fire one black chick that they tricked basically because she didn't know.
Right.
You don't do that. She goes, no, I chose, so it's not.
Believe me, that's not the first time they gave questions to somebody.
Yeah, all these people are going to keep their jobs, though.
That's right. And why didn't CNN ever report it before that? Because you weren't allowed to. Now they're allowed to do that because it's throwing Joe Biden under the bus. And the donor class wants to get rid of Joe Biden, so they're trying to humiliate him and embarrass him and tell all the truths about him, and that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
That's what George Clooney wrote an op-ed. George Clooney is a billionaire donor.
Yeah.
Think of it like that. Man, how do you make $1 billion inventing a tequila company? You put
how much George Foreman making them
$1 billion, but $1 billion? I mean, George Foreman maybe made $50-60 million. $1 billion?
Well, listen,
if off a tequila, there's already
look, you already know.
What? I don't even know what the name of the tequila company is. Do you know?
No, I
don't even know the name of it.
Yeah. Well, if Diddy, that's why Diddy sued that liquor distributor that he put his, because he makes his money from vodka.
What's the name of George Clooney's tequila company? Oh, Casamigos?
Yes.
It's all like Trader Joe brands.
He founded it in 2013 with Rand Gerber and Michael Meldman.
Drinking some right now.
Rand Gerber?
In 2013.
Wow. Right after the end of the world.
When did George Clooney sell his tequila company? It just says $1 billion.
Yeah, so you know how Diddy was, he suddenly got arrested because he went to sue his liquor, I can't remember what they're called, because he said they're being racist because George Clooney has $1 billion from his tequila, and Diddy doesn't have $1 billion. So that's when like, oh, okay, now we're going to go release embarrassing videos and all the crimes you do. You bit the hand that fed you. So Clooney never bit the hand that fed him.
So why would George Clooney do those Nespresso commercials? The only thing I can think of is maybe he did that and he gave all that money to charity or something. Or why would you be doing Nespresso commercials if you already have $1 billion?
I don't know. I'm sure he works at CIA in some capacity, so it's probably, it's probably something more. Just like Diddy did, just like all of them, Hugh Hefner did. All these guys with $1 billion and they're swinging bachelor.
Yeah. Hey, I'll see you on tour in Las Vegas, Chicago, and Grand Rapids. In Chicago, it's stand-up and a live panel show. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to jimmydore.com.